political, economic possibility of neoliberal techniques, social autonomy need not have internal loyalty, which they were first of all needed. Instead, if we learn the seed of specific governmental fatigue, some of them could be repurposed. And Pernbrook, the app is an endorsement of boring politics, disclosure, and the individual critique resistant to derail and create incremental structural changes necessary to combat the encroachment of the market. Frank 12, comparing establishment to other PAC's equal to the Tea Party, larger white reveal, urging this Trump president movement there. The Republican Party proceeded to win a majority of the House. What we need is about occupied effort failed. People in the Zuccotti have no intention of doing anything except building communities. Not enough. Protest Wall Street was to impress, has the political power money countries brought by deregulation, tax cutting, no require breach post-structuralism, understand how to reverse the environment to do by rebuilding a power tabula regulated state, rebuilding the labor movement. You do it as long as it means direct long-century moves to work compute. Occupy can never grant to the next level. Also, talking about their link is garbage in the 1 and C. The rejection of having cards and checks and balances / oversight. First of all, is why many past social experiments that failed, and there was a backslide to tyrannies, communism, etc. Also, their link card is just about why liberal constitutionalism is bad. It does not link that to neoliberalism. If you control F the word neolib, it appears once in that card, and they didn't even get to it because they cut the card before that. We solved because we are restraining the executive. Their critique of neoliberal constitutionalism is just about how the executive is attempting to exert its power abroad. We solve by restraining this executive, increasing checks and balances, and movement towards a critique in the link to in its link to the app. Either way, it's weak and doesn't apply. Also, neolib's inevitable. No alternative to the economic system. Jones 11. As protesters follow Occupy, worth pondering what happened. They lack a coherent alternative. The movement was easily sent away. The alternative remains distant. The left has never recovered. It was a victim of globalization. The death suffered trade union. There remains no left to give it direction and purpose. And their bagel is a voting issue. Destroys our ground because we cannot find research to effectively debate a wishy-washy advocacy. This hurts education because tying arts to specific mechanisms is key to in-depth discussion on solutions. Kills fairness. Bagels allow for the negative shift strategy, skewing offense, making it impossible to debate. Also, your alt is utopian. Attempting to achieve it will achieve global wars. Harris 2002. No capitalist society has ever willingly liquidated itself. Utopian to think that it ever will, therefore, in order to achieve socialism, a short complete revolution will do this means a full-fledged civil war, not just one in society across the globe. Marx never committed himself to a single suggestion about how socialism will function in the real world. And CAP is sustainable, inevitable, innovation, timeframe, lack of viable movements, depths of transition. Calhoun 16. Does capitalism as a future? Of course, wealth can be generated everywhere. Waste collapses future, but the language is misleading. Collapse of the Roman Empire took 300 years. It would be more accurate to see the long process of transformation. Capitalism has endured much longer than Marx thought. It may well last longer. So capitalism worked not always will, but was still enough to lead in any specific point. Capitalism is good at creating wealth and innovation. It has been the near absence of one distinctive feature, systematic movements, no real social mobilization for transcending capitalism. It's tech innovation, regulated capitalism deals with its costly externalities, some achievements in mitigating problems worth the effort. What seems like very unlikely is the pure collapse of revolutionary transformation of capitalism replaced by this likely prolonged period in concentrating islands of solidarity and relevance such as the main challenge of proof of project. And regulated capitalism is good and sustainable. Clears the ills of capitalism while getting its benefits. Malcolm 11. Before the Great Depression, the government corporations unchecked the news of rather than unchecked capitalism hurts regulated have laid the foundation for boom regulations in the automobile industry, remove safety and fuel efficiencies. Industry was forced to stop losing regulated capitalism, produce the world's largest middle class. We need to return sensible and solution. If we learn from our past, we effectively limit corporate exit, concentrated power hurt society, found a way to dilute it. And capitalism is not the root cause. Their alt doesn't solve fundamental selfishness, and transition to alt will involve mass violence. Albertine 03. A view that cap is the cause of the global problem is a reminiscent of early Marxist violence. Violent revolution performs a beating couch for mass oppression leading to future violence. The root cause of humanity's problems come from greed. The Marxist does not address the solution. Because capitalism, war, privation started to exist in our planet long before cap. And capitalism stops war, open trade, communication, decreases conflict. Gerswold 98. Free trade trade encourages a nation to live in peace, making nations economically interdependent by promoting communication, trade, increases understanding of interaction, encourages tolerance and respect, making words less appealing for raising its cost. The century realistic world peace from 1815 to 1940 marked by dramatic expansion of trade. Freedom pointed out that Big Mac thesis of two nations with the McDonald's franchise have ever gone to war. And turn cap is good. Decreases exploitation and causes awareness of overconsumption. Helm 15. And design putting the environment